After months of planning for your trip, all that's standing between you and vacay is the airport. In this video, we'll share common mistakes travelers make at TSA and how to avoid them. I'm Tom for Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel. In addition to tips, we'll be suggesting some products that can make your life easier in line. Plus, stay tuned for an exclusive discount code at Backcountry, this video's sponsor. Let's dive in. A few minutes of preparation can save you time down the road. Organize your bag to sail through searches if you get flagged by security. We like to use pouches because it makes it easy for TSA officers to find what they're looking for. Group potentially problematic gear together so that they don't need to go digging for weirdly shaped items like a travel lock or thick battery bank. Then store the pouch in an easy to access place like your bag's front pocket. If you get pulled aside, you can tell them exactly where to find the item, likely causing the issues. Packing cubes also keep your carry-on tidy while they search. Then you won't stress about your clothing falling out of an overstuffed bag onto the floor. We like the Eagle Creek Packet Isolate packing cubes because they come in tons of different sizes and styles to fit just about anything. You can also lessen the possibility of losing small gear by using your pockets, especially if they have zippers. If you've got a jacket or hoodie, fill it with your keys, wallet, and phone before you place it on the belt. When you're through the line, you'll be less likely to forget a single item because they'll be in your pockets and then inside of the bin. They won't be just items scattered all over the place. After your trip through the body scanner, grab your things quickly. Then step away from the conveyor belt to get dressed so you dodge the human traffic jam and speed up the queue for everyone else. It's easy to forget the nuances of TSA's liquid restrictions, so let's recap. The 3-1-1 rule allows each passenger to carry one quart-sized bag of liquids, gels, and aerosols in containers 3.4 ounces or smaller. However, anything spreadable is considered a liquid. While it may seem obvious that hair gel qualifies, so do toothpaste and foods like peanut butter. As a general rule, it's better to be safe than sorry. If you're unsure whether it's a liquid, add it to your baggie when there's room to spare. Remember though that there's a limit to how much a person can carry. You're only allowed a single quart-sized bag, so avoid giving all the toiletries to one person in your group. Avoid this by using refillable bottles inside of a dedicated pouch. The Eagle Creek Packet silicone bottle set comes with 4 bottles and a clear travel bag, all TSA compliant. There's enough space for your snacks too. Find this gear and more at Backcountry, this video's sponsor. They have a solution to nearly every travel problem. If you need a new DOP kit or collapsible water bottle, their sight filter feature helps narrow down your search by size or capacity. And their detailed product pages have the information you need to make the best choice for your adventures. Whether you need a bag to speed through security or keep your items organized, Backcountry has an option for everyone. Use the bungee cords on the North Face Borealis backpack to stash extra gear if you're prone to overpacking. Or try an anti-theft backpack from PackSafe to prevent wandering hands from pawing your pack. If you have questions about what gear works best, chat with one of Backcountry's gearheads. They're available 24/7 via web chat, email, or phone and have the gear knowledge to help you make the best choice. Use the link and code down in the description below for 15% off your first purchase over at backcountry.com. Now, let's get back to the tips. Staying hydrated is key to comfort in the dry airport. However, TSA will flag people with half-full cups of coffee, soda, or water. Before you hit security, make sure to empty out any bottles not in your 3-1-1 bag. This will keep the line moving and prevent a buildup of frustrated travelers behind you while you dump your drinks. Still, that doesn't mean that you need to leave hydration behind. Instead of buying expensive water in the store, go the reusable bottle route. Then look for a filtered water station shortly after TSA, as most major airports have them. We like bottles from Hydro Flask because of their large selection of sizes, colors, and caps. The insulated bottle keeps drinks at the right temperature for hours. Finish your coffee on the drive to the airport and fill it up with water when you're through TSA. However, not everyone has room in their pack for a rigid bottle. Instead, try the HydroPack Stash 1-liter collapsible water bottle. The 3.7-ounce bottle collapses quickly, though the wide mouth is prone to spills, so be careful drinking on the plane. Or opt for the Platypus Dual Lock Soft Bottle, which looks like a grown-up Capri Sun. The flat container hooks to your pack using a built-in carabiner and rolls up when empty for a reduced footprint. Depending on what you're wearing, you might be flagged at the body scanner. And you'll hold up the line if you're still untying your shoes and taking off your belt when you get there. Planning your travel outfit reduces the time spent taking things off at the bins. Wear shoes without laces to speed up the process. The Tiva Re-Ember Mock slippers are easy to remove at the belt and slip on after you pass through. Though the style may not be for everyone, they come in tons of colors to match nearly every outfit and are super comfortable for long days of travel. Just don't forget your socks, as walking barefoot through the airport isn't recommended. Instead, keep your feet safe from high traffic areas with no-show socks. We love Darn Tough's merino wool socks because they come in a ton of different cuts and colors that go with nearly any type of shoe. Or as a creative solution, use disposable shoe covers for a barrier between your feet and the floor. Aside from clothing, your accessories matter too. Wear a belt without any metal so you can keep it on through security without flagging the detector. The Arcade Midnighter belt is one of our go-tos because of its plastic buckle, stretchy band, and washable design. However, your TSA officer still may request that you take it off, which brings us to our next tip. The saying, "the customer is always right," doesn't ring true in the TSA line. Even when you follow the rules, officers may still ask you to step aside for a search or to remove an item of clothing. The X-ray machine isn't perfect either. Certain items look fishy when passing through, halting the line as officers investigate. Dense items like hardcover books or wrapped gifts can block X-rays and appear as suspicious objects. Some loose clothing can trip you up as well. Our editor Lauren has been pulled aside for a pat-down because of her loose, flowy pants. No matter why you're flagged, it is important to cooperate. Following directions will keep the line moving and get you to your gate faster. Most of all, remember to pack your patience, as it's not the TSA's fault you're running late. Regardless of where your trip begins, these same rules may not apply where you land. Your bags can get screened on either end of your flight, so it's important to follow national restrictions for any country you visit. Research ahead of time so you know what to leave behind. For example, Egypt requires a strict permit to fly drones. India prohibits e-cigarettes, and Vietnam restricts traveling with a specific MacBook Pro model. By understanding local regulations, you can avoid confiscation at security or local customs. However, it is ultimately the officer's decision what gear is allowed through, even when it's a permitted item like a bladeless multi-tool. So check the rules before you travel so you can ensure that your items make it home with you. Signing up for pre-screening saves time on every trip. Travelers with TSA PreCheck and similar services have access to a separate security line that's often shorter. Unless you're at SFO or LAX, then it's still pretty long. It comes in handy if you frequent larger airport hubs that are always busy. It has fewer restrictions as well. Keep your jacket, belt, and shoes on when going through the metal detectors. Your laptop and liquids can stay in your bag too. If you often travel internationally, consider global entry instead. It includes TSA PreCheck and reduces time at customs on your return trip. You're also eligible to apply for expedited entry in participating countries like Australia, Korea, and the Netherlands. Along with cutting the line, you might be able to skip the fee too. Some credit cards will cover PreCheck and global entry fees if you use the card when signing up. After all, every penny counts when you are saving for vacation. So there you have it, some TSA mistakes to avoid the next time you take to the skies. A special thanks to our pro community for sharing their advice with us. Let us know in the comments below how you breeze through security, because remember, some of the best tips come from you, the Pack Hacker community, right here on YouTube. And use the link and code in the description below for 15% off your first order at backcountry.com. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel, and we'll see you in the next video.